After leaving London, Lee Kirby traveled to Vietnam and he was soon seduced by Vietnamese music. He learned to sing Vietnamese songs and perform many times for people throughout Vietnam. This Englishman has also taken part in many performances with famous Vietnamese singers like Anh Tuyết, Lê Ca Trọng Lý and others in recent years. Lee grabs every chance he has to sing about the Vietnamese people he meets, the beautiful scenery he sees, and the romantic rhythms of the Vietnamese music he loves. Hello and welcome to On the Mic. And how are you doing, Lee?
I'm doing very good, doing great, yeah.
It's great to see you back in Hanoi, but I believe that your trip to the city is not only for sightseeing, is it right?
This time come here to have a performance and to release my first album in Vietnamese, so that was the reason this time.
So being a familiar face to the Vietnamese audience, but why it takes you so long to launch the first album here?
I think the main thing is that my life is split into two. I spend 6 months a year in England to work at a school, and it's my father's school, so I'm responsible to run the school, and then 6 months I'm here. So even when I'm here, I've got to still run the school, try and run in the school and having a music project at the same time. I try and make it work as best I can. I really wanted the album to be really me, and so we did it. It was too late, to be honest with you, but at the same point I just wanted to get it done. But that's the reasons why it was delayed.
Ever since Lee Kirby began to know and appreciate Vietnamese music, he showed particular interest in Vietnamese songs with a romantic rhythm as well as folk and country music.
Chị tôi trông rất thương bán dấu chờ cùng đồng ý. Chị tôi chưa lấy chồng. Lời ru buồn nghe mênh mang sao đi.
Though it's more difficult to sing those songs than other pop music, Lee decided to explore this musical genre and in this process has successfully won the hearts of Vietnamese audiences.
Tôi con gái hai thương, thương em tôi tìm đường, lá diêu buồn, sao em nỡ.
So let's talk about your new album. The name, you put it, Vietnam ơi. So why is that name?
I think it's a bit more sweet with the ơi, like so it's a way to sort of say thank you and sort of like, hey man, mẹ ơi or Vietnam ơi. So I'm talking with all the Vietnamese people that I know, just to say thanks. It's just kind of like, ơi, you know, thank you. I appreciate all the help that you've given me, and if it wasn't for your help, I wouldn't be here today. So that's why I kind of think it was suitable name.
So how did the idea about the album come to your mind, and how much time did you spend to finish it?
The idea of the album's been there for, as you know, for a number of years. So it wasn't, a lot of the songs I've known for 2 or 3 years already. But we produced the album in just over 10 days. Each song we were in the studio for maybe 4 or 5 hours. We didn't record and cut. We just recorded, and if we made a mistake, we have to start again. So everything's very natural in the album. So even so if you made one mistake the whole song, even the musicians, they would have to play it again. I really want to say thank you to them, because it's not normal practice for them to keep playing a song over and over again. I was like, no, I want to start again. So almost all of the tracks in the album are produced like that, because I wanted people to feel the real soul towards my songs. And I think if you cut the song out, I don't think you feel that.
Now tell me something about the songs that you put into this album.
Many songs from Trần Tiên or Trịnh Công Sơn are two of my favorite writers in Vietnam. Also, I love the song Em ơi Hà Nội Phố, because I really love Hanoi, and I think that song really helps to describe me, because lang thang hoài trên phố is very much what I do. Ôi của tôi, my friend sang that for me a few years ago, and I think it's a very meaningful song, kind of fits quite together with the meaning towards quê nhà. So all of the songs, they kind of sort of fit together and it sort of makes sense to me.
Mưa vẫn hay mưa trên ngàn lần
Diễm Xưa, a song by Trịnh Công Sơn and also one of Lee Kirby's biggest hits, was chosen to mark his return to Hanoi. Anyone can easily find Lee's performances on the internet, but the audience who came to see Lee's performance in Hanoi is still amazed at his ability to perform live.
Anh hát rất là có cảm xúc. Điều đó thể hiện là anh ấy rất là yêu Việt Nam. Em thấy anh nói tiếng Việt rất tốt và hát rất hay, đến nỗi những người Việt Nam cũng không thể hát hay được như thế.
Chú ấy hát tiếng Việt cũng rất giỏi và rất hay nữa ạ.
During the 2-hour show to promote his debut album, Lee Kirby and his acoustic band played various songs of composers including Trịnh Công Sơn, Trần Tiến, Phú Quang, Lê Minh Sơn, and Trương Quý Hải. The album, entitled Dear Vietnam, is the result of a 3-year project from 2010 to 2013. With this album, Lee hopes he can promote Vietnam and its culture to people around the world.
It's awesome. Tonight is just simply giving back once again to the community, and he's just relishing on everything that he worked so hard for. So I'm here to support him in his efforts. So we're having an awesome time tonight. And if they didn't come tonight, you really missed a good show.
Em cảm nhận được cái tình cảm của ảnh dành cho cái ngôn ngữ của chúng ta, và ảnh là người nước ngoài nhưng cảm nhận cái giai điệu Việt Nam rất là nhiều tình cảm. Khi cũng có những lần ảnh hát mà em rất là xúc động.
After the show in Hanoi, Lee will continue to tour Vietnam and then start work on his new album to be released next year. And what is the message that you want to send to music listeners through this album?
My album represents that feeling of that you can do it. So I've got one statement in there called "Chỉ sống một lần thôi," which like you only live once, meaning that don't wait for tomorrow to come. So if you got a chance, take it. Don't wait for tomorrow because it might not come. Carpe diem, that kind of thinking. So that's very much the first message. The second is just to celebrate a non-Vietnamese that loves Vietnam and make the Vietnamese hopefully feel proud about their country. And the third message is that I really love Vietnamese music and I want to introduce it to other cultures. Can we move Vietnamese music to other cultures and can they experience the same feelings that I have? They're kind of 3 main messages.
So how many copies are there for this album and which market that you target?
At the beginning in Vietnam, we produced 2,000 copies. Of those, I'll take some back to the UK, but the mains, if I'm looking to market this in the UK and overseas, it'll be done via the internet. I don't really know exactly what the response is going to be like. Let's see. But this is the first album that I produce, and I look to produce many more.
So I believe that apart from launching this album, do you have other activities to promote it?
After the show in Hanoi, we now go to Hue for a show next Saturday, the 6th or 7th of December. Then I have a show in Ho Chi Minh City on the 28th of December. And after that, one more in Ragzaz. So we have 4 big shows. But then next year, we'll do a lot of traveling around Vietnam, performing a lot of street music.
It may be early, but can you say something about your ideas of the next projects?
The next album we're going to produce is probably going to be a mix between Vietnamese and English. I don't mean an English song, but I mean a Vietnamese song translated into English. We'll try because I kind of like that kind of idea as well. And as well as my friends have started to write some Vietnamese songs. So we'll probably look to produce our own album of our own music for the next one.
Bước trên đường quên tới trường, trời trong xanh khi mặt nước long lanh, tiếng chim hót đang đâu vui rộn ràng. Bạn thân ơi, hãy mau chăn tiếng trong đang gọi mời. Yêu lắm mai trường tôi ơi, cùng bạn bè những lúc vui chơi, yêu sao giấc mơ ngọt ngào từ những bài học ca dao. Cố gắng em học cho ngoan để vui lòng thầy cô mến thương, mai đây em lớn khôn rồi em nên người giúp ích quê hương. Maybe see you later, Phỏng.